Well, good morning, guys. It's now Friday morning, the 22nd of May. The last time I spoke with y'all was, Wednesday, I believe? Thursday, really didn't do much of anything. When I got my load delivered in Limestone, Tennessee, I did head down the street, down to the truck stop and on I-81, and parked there pretty much up until the afternoon, waiting to see if I could find a decent paying load. The trouble I have right now is we've got Memorial Day weekend coming up, and I'm not going to be on the road during Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to stay at home. And given the fact that I'm not that far from the house, I either have to find a load taking me through the house that pays a decent wage, or I just simply have to just deadhead home. And so yesterday afternoon, I made the decision I'd start deadheading home. Got to Knoxville, and I thought to myself, well, yeah, it's only Thursday afternoon late. Why don't I just wait right here at the truck stop? And that's what I did. I stayed at the Flying J truck stop on yesterday evening in Knoxville at exit 369. Got up this morning, looked at a few loads. There was something over in Newport, Tennessee, going to somewhere in West Tennessee, I think. I called on that one. It had already been taken. Didn't see much else. Knoxville is actually a rather soft freight market for flatbed freight. So about 7:15, 7:30 this morning, I said to myself, I think I'll just get on the road and skedaddle on back to the house. So that's what I did. But I'm always mindful that I have to keep my feelers out for something. And as I was going through Crossville, Tennessee, just a little over an hour from home, lo and behold, a load popped up on my radar that met my criteria. Picks up right here in Crossville, load of stone that delivers in Memphis. Now, initially they said they wanted it delivered tomorrow, which would be a Saturday. And I told them, I said, guys, that flat out's not going to work for me because I'm going to be home on the weekend. And then he said, well, let me make a call my customer and see if they'll be okay with you delivering it next Tuesday, since Memorial Day is on Monday. So he called me back a short while later and said, yeah, we can do it. And the load pays a decent wage. I think it's $700 on 320 miles, so a little over $218 a mile. Meets my criteria. I know what my worth is, so I'm not going to be out here running for next to nothing. These brokers, they love to slash these rates as much as they can. But if I just stick to my guns and say, no, I'm not going to haul cheap freight, sometimes I have to sit a little bit to find that load that meets my criteria. It'll come across. So we're here at the Pilot truck stop in Crossville right now. Just finished up the paperwork, which is a rate confirmation. Anytime I do a load, I have a rate confirmation sent to me via email, which is essentially an addendum to the contract that I have with the broker. Sign it, email it back to the broker, and now we're getting ready to head on up street here, just like 4.7 miles, and go pick up this load of palletized stone, and then we'll just take this baby on to the yard in the house and call it a week. Altogether, we'll have about 1,293 miles by the time we deliver Memphis, grossing $2,475. My fuel was $425, so I'll make $2,050 for the week on 1,293 miles. So, having said that, let's get on up the road and get our stone picked up, all right? Okay, guys, so we made it over here to the shipper. It's a rock quarry here in Crossville, Tennessee. Crossville, Tennessee is known as the sandstone capital of the world, or the flagstone capital of the world. There's more flagstone and sandstone that comes out of Crossville, Tennessee, I think, than I'm pretty sure most anywhere else in the country. As you can see, here's where we have the big yard back here. Guy in the back there's loading, and so we got everything buckled down. This load here, these pallets are kind of short, so he wanted to stretch it out over the entire length of the trailer. When he started loading, I had my tarps right up there in the front strapped down. I asked him, I said, you want me to pick those tarps up and move them so we can set them on top of the load? And he said, no, it'll be all right. Well, he started loading from the rear, And I told him, I said, I hope the thing fits all on just one level. Well, lo and behold, look what happened. We got up here at the front and didn't have enough room to put that last run on, so I said, I'll just stack them up there. We'll just have to run like that. So that's where we are. Now we're about an hour and a half from the shop in Smithville, so already texted my mechanic this morning, and he's going to see if he can't get the truck into the shop, get the air conditioner fixed so I can have some cold AC starting next week. Now this particular run here, it's ideal. So I was saying the other day, on the weekends and especially on holidays, you really have to work, a trucker does it, if he wants to be home, at finding a load on a Friday that'll deliver the following Monday, or if the holiday's on a Monday, the following Tuesday like it is next week. So I found it, and now we're gonna hop in the truck and boogie woogie on down to the house. Okay guys, so we're here live at the shop, and I just want to show y'all what mechanics do on their lunch break. Drew, you want to introduce us to your latest project?
RC truck. That's how we determine who pays for whose lunch. We run them and loser buys the lunch.
So who's winning right now?
Not me.
Not you, huh?
No, I'm adding weight so I can get better traction. Show them your machine over there. Ethan, he's
give secrets away now. We go down there to the real deal. Everybody knows your practice.
Well, guys, we made it back home. Had a pretty good day today. It was an easy day like it was the other day. Actually, this whole week has been pretty easy. So let's just recap what I've done this week. Left out on Sunday afternoon about 3 o'clock and went down to Goose Creek, South Carolina. Delivered my load down there. It wasn't until 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday before I finally got done and parked up. So we didn't really get rolling on Monday until up in the afternoon. We picked us up a load and right there close by in Goose Creek, going over to Georgia, Dublin, Georgia. Got that off Tuesday morning, and then when we delivered that, we went about 80 miles up the road to Statesboro, Georgia, and picked up a load of lumber again and took it up to Salisbury, North Carolina. Once we got that delivered Wednesday morning, we went about 25 miles down the road to New London, North Carolina, and picked up a third load of lumber and carried that over to Limestone, Tennessee, and delivered that on Thursday morning. Now on Thursday, once I got the load delivered in Limestone, I really didn't do a whole lot because I needed to have the right load to get me home for the weekend. I'm an independent trucker, and I've been doing this a long time, guys, and so I don't care to stay out on the road on the weekend if I can avoid it. So we had to wait Thursday until Friday morning, or this morning, before we found us a load that met my criteria to get me home at a decent rate. So I'm under load right now. Picked up the load this morning, as you saw, in Crossville, Tennessee, and we'll have to leave out Monday afternoon, Memorial Day, in the afternoon. I'll probably be leaving out about 3, maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and run down to Memphis. And we'll get parked up Monday evening down to Memphis and get that load delivered, offloaded on Tuesday morning. So, had a pretty good week this week. By the time we empty out down in Memphis, we'll have had about, for the week, starting on Monday, about 1,293 miles for the whole week. That's excluding running from here down to Goose Creek. I kind of look at that as last week's work. So we had a pretty good run. As I said, I'm an independent owner-operator. I've been doing this under my own authority for, over 25 years now. So if any of you guys that drive truck are interested in understanding what it takes to be a successful owner-operator, I get those questions a lot when I'm out on the road, talking with company drivers. What is it like to be an owner-operator? What does it take to be an owner-operator? more than welcome, guys. Just go ahead and drop any comments down below, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have. Like I said, I've been doing this an awful long time. I've probably made all the mistakes that you can make in this business, and learned from those mistakes, thankfully. So, guys, as you can see, I'm here at home now, sitting on my back porch, and I'm going to have me a nice weekend. I had lunch with my girlfriend, and going to go over to the truck in the morning and do a little bit of work to her truck. She just bought a truck a few months ago that she's going to be putting on the road herself here shortly. Got to swap out a radio and do a few other little things to her truck, and then we planned to garden her house last weekend. So once I get done working on her truck, I'm going to run over to her place and pill around the garden and just take it easy. So that's what I, as an independent owner operator, do on my weekends off, is I just kind of take it easy. I also have a little toy I bought last year, a Kawasaki Teryx. It's an off-road machine. And I enjoy taking it over to Windrock ATV park over in Eastern Tennessee, and my girlfriend and I, we go and we ride the trails over in that. So maybe we'll get a little video footage of that sometime to show you guys. So all in all, this has been a good week. Been a profitable week, despite the fact that the economic environment is not very good, and had trouble with getting good rates here lately. But as always, soldier on, and just deal with it. As always, I like to leave y'all with this message that Christ can make all things possible in our lives, Lord. And if we just look to Him for support, for encouragement, most importantly, we look to Christ for salvation, God will make all things to the good for those who love Him. For today, I'm signing off. Look forward to another episode of Tennessee Trucker.